He said, not all homies are real.
Not all homies are real.
Are real friends. But a friend is different from a homie. What's the difference? Yeah, one's going to lead you towards the wrong things, and the other one's going to lead you towards good stuff, right? All right, we get a shirt.
All right, everybody. It's getting loud. So, we're going to let Raymond come up here and share a little bit of a story. He drove out here from San Jose. And then we got, right after that, I'll share my story, and then we'll open it up for questions and answers, right? So you guys can ask us anything, we'll answer it if we can, all right? Go ahead, Raymond.
Good morning.
And I want to say something real quick before you go. This is going to be his very first time speaking to anybody out here in the streets. He just got done doing 18 years, and his lawyer just got him out, and he's only has 90 days out of prison right now.
Yeah.
So another thing that we all do is we help each other out. We help each other out when we get out, whether that's mentoring, showing them the ropes, the things that we've learned. Right? When I told you guys about OG, opportunity giver, is we're giving our own folks, black, brown, white, don't matter where you come from, where you used to be or whatnot. We're showing you a different path, you know, so that you can do something different and you can take care of yourself and your family, right? So go ahead, man.
Can everybody hear me? Yes? Okay, well, good morning. No, I said good morning. Good morning. Thank you. My name is Raymond Goins. Allow me to share with you guys the significance of my name. My mother, she gave me my first name, but a child molester, a pedophile, and a rapist gave me my last. And as Danny just said, I just served a 20-year sentence in prison. I'm down here today because my brothers had asked me to speak to you about my life, share with you my life story. But before I share with you my life story, I need to share with you another story. See, young people, that story is that of a little white girl who was given up for adoption at birth. You see, in the beginning, her adoptive father treated her as his own. He loved her, he protected her, and he cared for her. He treated her as if she was his own child. However, at some point, he decided to alter her direction in life and steal her innocence. It started off with her being molested as a 12-year-old. And because she felt that she had nobody to turn to, she kept it all to herself. Unfortunately, those molestations manifested to her being repeatedly raped. And because of continued sexual abuse, at the age of 14, she became pregnant. And you wouldn't believe it. But the baby that she had these same exact eyes. That child had these same exact ears. You see, young people, a little white girl who endured years of molestations and being repeatedly raped, well, that little white girl is my mother. I am that bouncing baby boy. I am what you would call a rape baby. And although I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for those events my mother went through, to be quite honest, I wouldn't have went to prison if it wasn't for them as well. You see, the tragic events my mother had to endure to breathe life into my soul had defined me and the flawed decisions I made in life. I allowed the confusion of my reality to manipulate the pain that I felt to become an uncontrolled rage. Let me explain to you guys what I mean by that. Before I found out that my grandfather was really my father, before I found out that me and my mother shared the same man as father, life for me was normal. As normal as can be for a boy being raised by a child. It's just unfortunate though, because my normal to everybody else has always been abnormal. You see, young people, me and my mama have more in common than just these eyes and these ears. We all just shared a similar pain, a similar abuse. You see, like her, I too was molested by somebody that I loved, looked up to, and thought was a role model. I never thought that those events negatively impacted my life, but unknowingly they did. I lost trust in everybody, especially adults. My self-worth deteriorated quicker than bike tires and nails going through it. I started acting out. As my life progressed, so did the physical, the emotional, and the mental abuse. You see, the woman who had to endure years of abuse so that I can exist, had decided I was becoming uncontrollable, that I was becoming a badass, and beat me with everything from cables to extension cords. High heel shoes to constant pants. Nothing, and I mean nothing, was off limits when it came to me getting my butt whipped. My mom always said she did so to stop me from becoming a badass, to stop me from becoming a failure. However, I always felt that she was trying to beat out of me the abuse that she had to endure at the hands of my biological father, as if those molestations and those rapes were my fault. So the more I was beat, the younger I became, and the more of a badass I became. In the eyes of those adults in my life, like my mother, her friends, teachers, and complete strangers, all I was, and all I ever will be, was a badass kid, destined to go to prison or to die. And just unfortunate, because at heart, all I genuinely was a good kid with a good heart who did not want to let those adults down in my life. It's just unfortunate I was constantly being fed the stereotype of failure. Because although the prison deserved a 20-year sentence, in those eyes of those adults, I have met their expectations. I am what you would have called a success story. So if you ever heard that you're never going to be shit, that you're going to be like your uncle or your tia, your cousins, your daddy, your brother, your sister, or whoever your local neighborhood failure is, I want to tell each and every one of you, I heard the same exact things. And I feel you. Truly I do. Truly I do. But young people, I need to let you know that all those are opinions. All they ever will be are opinions. Do not allow the opinions of others to be the moral compass in which you follow throughout your journey in life. And before I go any further, how many of you guys know what a moral compass is? Nobody? No one knows what a moral compass is?
I seen a hand raised right there. Look, don't be shy.
Don't be shy. What's a moral
go get him a
compass?
shirt. Here we go get that guy's shirt.
Moral compass is
Like all person.
is where you think is good, where you think is bad.
Exactly. When you the smart man. Use that moral compass of what you want to become, not the failure.
Can you say what he said to us? What is it? Everybody got
said-
iPhone? They got a compass on the
Here,
iPhone.
he said moral compass is basically what you follow your life on to be good or bad, and what you base your decisions on. So if you ever heard, my example is, I heard I wasn't going to be nothing. I was going to prison. I was going to gangbang. I was going to shoot people. I was going to rob people. That's what I heard growing up. That's what I did. I did to the fullest. If I was heard I was going to go to college, be this, that, and other, I probably went to college. But that's not what I was saying. I was going to prison. I went to prison. So do not allow the moral compass of what other people think about you to be how you live your life. You are here today because somebody sees in you inner greatness. They see within you hope. You have to see that within yourself. And before I wrap this up, let me ask each and every one of you guys a question. How many of you guys want to go spend your time in a prison cell like me and my keys and my brothers have? How many of you guys want to go to want to die and end up in a casket by the time you turn 16, 17, or 18? How many of you want to get life without as a teenager? I didn't see no hands. I didn't see not one hand. You, that decision of not living a life that we live as your moral compass and what you put your decisions on. So I'm asking you guys a question. How many guys know what this means stands for? It's not about the same pot of boiling water that softens potato also hardens an egg. I'll repeat that one more time.
Say it again, loud, loud,
How many
loud,
of you guys know what this means? The same pot of boiling water that softens potato also hardens an egg. Does anybody know what that means? Okay, since none of you guys know what that means, I ask you guys to repeat after me. Can we do that? So, we're going to do it. So, repeat after me. It's not about... No. All you guys hit puberty. Feel a little more on the up your voice. It's not about the circumstances that life has put me in that would define me and what I become in life. It's the stuff that I'm made of that would define me and what I become in life. And I am Made it greatness. I don't hear y'all. I am. Made it greatness. I don't hear y'all. I am. Made it greatness. Yes, each and every one of you are. I'm glad that you see that with yourself. Thank you for investing this time of your life in yourself. Again, my name is Raymond Goins. I just served a 28-year sentence because I believed all I was a badass. All I ever would be was a failure, and I was destined to go to prison. I beg of you, I don't allow my story, my people, my brother's stories to become your stories. Thank you.
All right. What did we learn from Raymond?
Anybody learn anything from Raymond when he just said? Got some more shirts. I want to see everybody walk up and go with a shirt.
What's something you picked up from Raymond? Oh,
I got it right here.
Waving her hands and said, don't miss me.
That's right. Take initiative. That's another thing you learn in school, right? Take initiative. Raise your hand. Want this?